Today being a weekend, let me talk about something I wouldn't normally have talked about. Mbona siku hizi hata sisi mawaria tumeingilia mambo ya betting sana, gambling. So nimesema acha niongelee kidogo. So last week nilikuwa tao, wanapigiwa viatu rangi. So nimeona hawa majamaa moja alikuwa anashikilia something like a magazine. Wana discuss. I think ilikuwa Jackpot. Hao wengine. So jamaa anamwambia wanaulizana hiki kitu tutawahi kukula kweli? So the other ones wenye walikuwa hapa wanacheka, wanasema huyu Muhindi lazima akuje kulia siku moja. So alikuwa nakaa hapo na shangaa, do these guys know? Do these guys know how hard it is to predict the so-called jackpot?
What are the real chances of winning? A lousy 1 in 176 million.
Winning the Mega Millions is akin to getting struck by lightning at the same time you're being eaten by a shark.
I hope you have noticed, siku hizi ukienda kila mahali, fundi, boda, stage ya matatu, kuna some funny magazine they are analyzing. And it is disheartening to see the number of people who want to make Muhindi cry. But so far it's the other way around. So today I want to take my time to educate my fellow hustlers on why Muhindi will never cry and how impossible it is to win the jackpot. In fact, it's easier to become the president of this country than for Muhindi to cry. In Kenya, for example, we have a population of 5.54 million people. Those over 18 are almost 35 million. Of those, about 10% are graduate, a requirement to become president. So that gives anyone who is qualified a 1 in a 3.5 million chance to dethrone the sitting president, hoping everything stays constant. Now let's calculate the chance of you making Muhindi cry in the upcoming jackpot. Stay with me and feel free to like and subscribe. So, in the jackpot, the total number of games is 17, with each game having 3 different outcomes, a win, a loss, or draw. And the participants are required to choose only one outcome per game. So in total, there are how many different outcomes are in 17 games? We multiply 17 times. So to get the total number of different outcomes in 17 games, we multiply 3 raised to the power of 17, which gives us 129,140,163 different outcomes for the jackpot. So hiyo yako wewe ukiwekelea unaona utashinda out of 129 million umewekelea moja peke yake. Shocked yet? We are just starting. Suppose wacha tu tuseme
Raila akishikwa leo hawezi.
You have decided to bet all those different outcomes just to make sure huyo Muhindi amelia. We will need all the outcomes multiplied by 100, which is the minimum required for placing bet on jackpot on various platforms. So the total number of amount required is almost 1.3 billion Kenya shillings. Ndio ushinde sijui 120 million. Guy, yo Muhindi atawailia kweli. And using that amount to win the jackpot will be outright stupid and financially unsound. Let's say for argument's sake, we have decided to go ahead and place all the different outcomes on the next jackpot just to see the tiers of that Muhindi. And let's say every bet took you 1 minute to place. So the total number required will be 129,140,163 divided by 60 to get the hours. And again divided by 24 to get the days. We get 89,680 days. Further divided by 365 to get 245 years. Other things concurrently. If you decided not to do any other thing concurrently, but just to place bets. But since the jackpot is played once every week, it won't be possible to get 245 years out of 7 days. So once again, my friend, Muhindi will still laugh while you and your 100 bob will continue to cry. Let's get into scenario 2. Suppose you have what a lot of fraudsters online call these days sure bets. To start with, why will someone who has 70 short need 100 shillings from you? This is the same as those lifestyle influencers, while Ama Forex, who sell courses to you on finance or how to trade. But the truth of the matter is that money you give to purchase those odds or courses is the only source of income. The other issue, which is very much part of the betting industry, is match fixing. A vice so rampant, especially kwa hizo lower leagues. And in the upper league, it said the percentage of matches fixed is between 1 to 3%, according to survey. And who are the beneficiaries behind that? You guys right, the betting companies. And my friend, you still think you will see the tears of Muhindi. Betting started picking momentum in Kenya around 2015, 2013, 2015. And since then, we have had only, I think, 1 or 2 or 3, maybe, jackpot winners. The other ones, Kenyans, wamesema are just part of the scheme by betting companies to appear as winners and make you believe that people like you are winning. Just this year, kuna jamaa aliletwa ati having won almost 400 million. That's the largest win in history of Africa. But the timing of the win, the body language of the guy, plus the stories didn't add up. Kenyans just dismissed it as a game of urban centers.
So ikitu kuna kwa na SMS huku jamaa hata kuna SMS.
Kuna kwa na SMS.
Uko nayo? Kuna mazi.
Hata simu nilishafanyia ile kitu.
Oh, simu ulifanyia ile kitu. Okay. Sasa nataka kujua SMS na kuambia gani?
Yeah.
Congratulations, you've won.
You're the jackpot.
Kwanza hiyo ilikuwa you've won the mega jackpot.
Won the mega jackpot. Unasikia?
Alafu after Karauri bado uliendelea kukata tiko ama sasa uliambia wase ni aje jo. Unajua naweza nunua hii kampuni so nyamazeni acha mimi niende.
Si nilienda kukata tiko, kuendelea kukata tiko.
Hata ukiwa na 4.4 million kwa
sasa wacha hiyo. Hata the following day niliamkia job. Sasa kama hiyo inakushuku.
Hiyo ndio inafanya tunakushuku.
And do you win a half a billion? How do you win a half a billion shilling and appear on different media for all week, wearing the same clothes, same cap, just to try to justify that you won? By the way, any update on our alleged winner? The latest figures on Kenya's betting pandemic show that in 2024 alone, Kenyans used 766 billion shillings on betting. That's 2 billion shillings daily. Yon ile amount tuliambiwa serikali nayo inaiba 2 billion shillings kila siku. Yini nayo msema 2 billion shillings Muhindi akule kila siku. If that isn't shocking, I don't know what is. But these companies are perfected the art. If you observed every upcoming social media influencer or content creator is sponsored or has a partnership with the betting company. And that is purposely to appeal to the youth. But the only thing they do is sell hope. And the high unemployment rate is largely to blame for this pandemic. Next time you see your local hustler trying to analyze or think about placing that jackpot, kindly tell him he has 40 times more chance of becoming the president of Kenya than winning that jackpot. And that 100 bob will have more benefit to him if he bought anunue maziwa hata na mkate na apelekee familia yake. Because as they say in betting, the house always wins. And Muhindi always says, many will deposit, few will withdraw. And I conclude by saying, Muhindi will never cry. You will, every week. unless you learn to completely stop. Like, share, and subscribe.